people. Today we're doing the last set of fall nails for the year. I'm calling these Coffee Shop Comfort. And we're going to get started. I have prepped a set of medium length square nails. We're going to be using mud gels today from Venalisa. This mix, I'm calling this a beach sand mix. It's got crushed shells, some glitter, some kind of sandy stuff in there. I don't really know all what is in there, but in either case, I've been trying to figure out where to use it, and I'll just decide I'm going to do it on here. So we're going to be starting with the first coat. I'm starting with this stuff because that way I can, well, never mind, it's not important. Anyway, we're doing the full coverage of it on the ring finger and the thumb. And I'm just kind of spreading it out so that I get a semi-even layer of the stuff, and making sure that it goes, I don't have any like big bald patches on there. Just kind of make sure we have that on. And then on the other nails, we're going in with this other color. Now these mud gels, you could put them on thicker and get away with one coat. I don't know if they wrinkle if you get them too thick. So I'm sticking with the thin coats and sticking with my 2-coat usual thing that I do. But we're just going to spread that on there and smooth it out, try to get it fairly even. So one thing about the mud gels, they do not self-level, so you have to get them on there evenly as you can. Also, in case you're wondering, they do not dry with a tacky layer. So they're nice and smooth when they're done. You don't have to wipe anything off. Okay, and those will be going in for their cure in a second. And there we go. Now we're on the second coat, same thing. Now you notice that that one looks a little kind of bumpy. I'm thinking I must not have cleaned out the sandy stuff out of the brush from the glittery stuff as well as I thought I had. But that's alright, it's not going to matter later. In the end, they're going to come out looking nice and smooth. Okay, and I will clean my brush off camera, and here we go with the second coat of this. Now I'm putting on a little bit heavier bunch of this on the second coat because I want it to be fairly solid. And then I'm just going to move it around until I get coverage on the whole thing. And the other one. Okay, and now before I cure those, I had quickly decided, like on the fly, that it's going to put a thin layer of this on the pinky nail. So that's what we're doing. Just wanted a little bit. And those have been cured, and then I'm just going to go around the edges and file off any little bits that might have been sticking out. And once we are done with that, I'm going to give those a hefty layer of base coat. And those will get cured, and now they're back. Now on the thumbnail, before I top, I'm going to wipe off the tacky layer from the base coat. Just on the thumb, I'm just using alcohol and a lint-free wipe. And now we're going to do a fade. So I've got just a cheap makeup sponge. I got a bag of these different sizes and shapes at the dollar store, which I've had and I've been using for several years. So, you know, you'll go through them. Well, I don't go through them that fast, but and we're just going to cut off a little chunk of that. And then I am going to just use this brown, orangey brown. And I'm just going to tap it on here to make my fade. But as I started off on this, I was just doing this by layering it this way. Later on, and I did not shoot this when I did the second thumb, but later on, I found it was faster and easier to just take my brush and paint like a little cuff of the color around the top, and then use the sponge to just kind of fade it down. You'll notice I'm using the sides of the sponge sometimes to take off some of it where maybe it was too heavy and I want it to be thinner. And this is where I decided it needs to be heavier at the top. So I'm just doing a little bit at the top here with the brush, but when I did the second one, like I said, I just started with the brush and painted on a decently opaque cuff there at the top, and then it was very quick to just use the sponge and fade it down. But since I started this one not that way, and there's the requisite hair, yeah. So we're just going to fade it a little bit more, and I think I was happy with that. Okay, those have all been cured now. And now I'm going to go in with a heavy layer of top coat just on the ones that I have put the glittery mixture on. Now for the most part, these were fairly smooth, but once I get this on here and cure it, I am going to do a quick file and buff. There was just a couple little teeny bits that were sticking up. And I'm going to hold that upside down for just a little bit because I put a heavy layer of top on there. And now I'm going to file and buff. I'm just going to show you the thumb. The rest I will do off camera. Obviously, I've sped this up. And there we go. I'm going to just give it the buff now. I got the edges cleaned up. Now see how you can see those little bits sticking up when I turn it to the side a little. Those were just like the only two sticking up on this one. So they really didn't need much buffing. None of them did. I just gave them a once over just to be sure they were nice and smooth. And we should be about done here. Voila. Okay, moving on. We're ready for the stickers now. I have already decided where I was going to put stuff before I started shooting this part, so you guys don't have to sit there and watch me decide, try to figure out what I was going to put on and where. This was the next day. This is why I'm not wearing gloves at this point, in case you're wondering. All in, this set took me about an hour and a half to do. It was pretty easy and quick. I think all skill levels should be able to handle this one. Originally, I hadn't planned on putting leaves at the top of these, but they look too bare after I just had the sticker on there. You guys know me, I have to fill it up. I can't stand a nail with nothing on it. It makes me crazy. I see some of these nails and they're just painted. They're nicely polished. They look really nice, but to me, they always look unfinished because I need to have nail art on them. Okay, and we've got our drink on there now. Some kind of a coffee drink. What it is, I don't know. I don't drink coffee, so. Okay, moving on. This is the pinky. The book stack is going on this one. I have sped this up in case you didn't notice. I'm trying to keep my videos not as long as they sometimes can get. I know they can get very long sometimes. And we're on to the thumb, where I am going to put the comfy chair and some more leaves on top. And there you have it. Oh, no, we're not done. We said one more. I forgot that one. What did I put on that one? Oh, yeah, gotta have a muffin. Oh, shoot. You know what I just realized I forgot to include in this video? Well, when I'm putting the top coat on, we'll talk about that. I shot the film for it, and then I forgot to add it. Okay, those are all good. I just want to make sure all the edges are down. I don't want any bubbles and any of those stickers. And then we're going to be ready to go in with our top coat in a minute, as soon as I make sure these are all down really well. Okay, now we're going to be ready for top coat. Now what I did not film, as I forgot, but I did actually do, is after these were all top coated, the thumb and the ring finger, I flipped those over and put a thin layer of top coat on the back side because they're on a clear nail. I want it to be a little bit see-through. Right now it looks a little cloudy. When you see the finished one, it'll look a little bit more clear. I don't know why. I specifically shot that extra and then I forgot to add it when I did my edit. Oh well. I'm busily getting things into my website. Oh, FYI, my website is up again now, but we're still tinkering with it, and it does not have a lot of the current stuff in there yet. I'm still, I had to learn how to do it, how to get the stuff put back in there, and so I've been slowly working on that as I have time. Okay, those are going to be ready for curing as soon as I make sure I don't have any holes in my top coat, and here we are, all done. Now see how those ones look a little more see-through now? Okay, if you like this set, please give me a like. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more sets like this and upcoming stuff, is going to be Christmas next. I upload on Saturday new videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.